Well, good afternoon. This is Chief here. I know it's been a while for one of my coffee chats. Again, subjects. I think about subjects and then I forget to write them down. But today I want to talk about, I was going over how I should label this video. You know, my candidate or bust, my candidate or I leave. I'll still figure out. I'm still working on the title. Because we get all these big, rich Hollywood actors and musicians and other cronies, lack of a better term, every election saying, well, if so-and-so gets elected, I'm leaving the country. And they never leave. I wish they would, and I wish they would stay gone. But then again, they'd be spending all their ill-gained money abroad. So, a couple months ago, I looked, what would it take for me to say, well, I'm going back to the land of my forefathers. On my dad's side, it's simple. The Netherlands. On my mom's side, almost the rest of Europe. Oh, here comes Boris. He's complaining again. Just like the other video. Yes. Just like Snickers. So I looked it up. I don't qualify. One, I don't speak Dutch. My father only knew a few words because my grandfather immigrated legally, and so did my grandmother legally, and they actually met here in America. So Grandpa, being an American, decided that he would speak English. So that's one thing a lot of countries have over us, is in America we don't have a national language. Now, if they had done so years ago, we all know what it would be, but now if we try to say that will become the national language, we will know every immigration group that's come over, especially recently, will protest because, oh, no, that's not our language. Yeah, lousy accent. It could be anything. So that's one of the things to become a Dutch citizen. They got a thing called the nationalization test, and you got to have a knowledge of the Dutch society. You got to know how to read. You got to know how to write. You got to know how to speak, and you got to know how to listen. Read, write, listen, spoken. Yes. So there's already 5 requirements that I fail. I mean, I know a lot about Holland. I have studied my forefathers' land. I've been there twice. I've actually been to the house, well, where our house sat, where my grandfather lived, but it's no longer up. So therefore, I don't qualify. But we'll go on. Let's say I didn't know how to speak, read, write Dutch. Now I have to make an application, and that's €1,000. And number 2, another big thing, marketable skill. I'm retired. Retired is really not a skill. Sometimes I feel like it's a skill test or set because of all the rigmarole you got to put up. I mean, because the older you get, now I understand why old people get upset more easily, because things change on us. And to the point where, what's the French saying, the more things change, the more they remain the same, or something like that. And I've seen cycles of that throughout my life. But I don't have marketable skill. So would they really want me in their country to spend my money? Because I wouldn't be spending it here in the United States. So, or the third option is to meet a nice partner, female, and get married. And hopefully she doesn't want to come to America. Like, oh, great, now we can come to... No, I wanted to marry you, so, excuse me, so we could live in Holland. or the Netherlands. They don't like to be called Holland because actually they have two provinces, North Holland and South Holland, so therefore they are the Netherlands. And yes, they love the Netherlands. So, I don't qualify to go back to the land of my forefathers. Plus, I have never made the statement, if so-and-so doesn't get elected, I'm going to leave the country. But like I said, I would love to see all these other people leave the country. Now, I don't know what kind of turmoil we're going to have, because we all know if one particular candidate gets elected, a lot of people are going to go bye-bye. Personally, I would be happy to see that, because I don't like that so many illegal, criminal immigrants and aliens have invaded our country. And they've invaded our country with the help of the current administration. So doesn't that make the current administration accessory to the fact? And shouldn't they be brought up on charges? But they won't. But then again, everybody keeps saying if so-and-so wins, he's going to weaponize. Well, no, he's just going to give the Democrats what they did to the Republicans. And what they did to a few Democrats, like some former Democrat senator who got put on the watch list for not going along with the rest of her Democrats. Chief, you're ranting. Chief, you're raving. Yes, I am. I'm ranting and raving. I just wanted to point out the fact that a lot of people, a lot of us Americans who have forefathers in the European nations alone, a lot of us don't qualify to, if we wanted to go back and live in our former countries. I think I think they give you like 90 days or to learn all this stuff before you take this test, or they'll give you 90 days to learn how to speak. One site said you got 90 days to learn how to speak the language so you could function over there. Another way you could have done this is if you already lived legally inside the Netherlands for the past 5 years with the proper documentation. Didn't say a work visa, although that would probably be one of the requirements. You were over there working, again, a marketable skill. Sorry, I don't qualify. But just ranting and raving. Still thinking about the title. I'll come up with something. So, just want to let you guys know what I think about what's going on right now. Plus, I'm going to work the election as a worker bee. Chief out.